You're listening to I Went to a Singles Night, where real people who came along tell us anonymously exactly what it was like, the nerves, surprises, the awkward bits, and everything in between. And in this episode, I went to 2 singles nights and I found someone special, and I'm out of here. So I am joined today by somebody who's attended 2 events so far and probably won't be attending any more. So very big welcome to you. Let's start with how you found your first speed dating event, because you attended about 6 weeks ago, was it?
No, it was only a couple of weeks ago. It was only 2 weeks
No,
before the karaoke.
time does stand still for me.
Yeah,
Okay, so it was a couple of weeks ago.
yeah.
So just start by telling everybody a bit about that, how you found it.
Well, I'm basically I've been single for quite a while, and I was just scrolling through Facebook, and the page popped up, and I thought because I don't really go out of an evening, I thought, yeah, let's just give it a whirl and see what it's like. So I booked on and came over.
You were quite a last minute booking, was it?
It was
Really?
quite last minute. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So when you
yeah.
walk through the door, tell people what that's like, because obviously there'll be people listening that have no idea.
Well, to be honest, I suffer with social anxiety, so it was quite a daunting thing to do.
It's interesting.
But my friends had sort of given me the encouragement to do it. But obviously, the staff and everyone was very, very friendly, put you at ease, and the way it was done, so you didn't go straight into a full room of everyone,
Yeah.
just helped you calm down and have that breath that you need to.
Yeah.
And obviously, I was lucky because one of the other gentlemen there, I knew. Which we didn't we planned to go together, but we knew each other, and that was made it a lot easier. But it's no,
Oh,
it's with the friendliness of you and everyone else, it was quite easy
yeah. I mean,
to
that's
calm.
interesting that even with social anxiety, you still felt that it was manageable for you.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was manageable because it's not a normal sort of. I don't go to because I don't drink alcohol. I don't go to pubs and things like that. I
Yeah.
find those walking to those places very daunting. So with it being a more sort of what I call I suppose, safer environment,
Oh,
I found that a lot easier
yeah.
to
That
to,
makes
to
me
cope
happy.
with.
That's good. I'm glad you
So
felt safe.
yeah,
So tell us a little bit about when you go in then to have your dates, because we had, how many did we have for yours? I know we sold out, but was it
18.
8? Did they all turn up?
I was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So
Um,
you walk in, there's all these ladies, all this possibility. How did that
yeah.
bit feel like? How did it go for you?
It was like, I mean, it was a bit obviously daunting to start with because you have to find your table and all that. But the first couple again, I was a bit tongue-tied because of my social
Yeah.
anxiety. But you kind of because it's quite a relaxed, friendly atmosphere. It's very easy to get into if that makes any sense. So once you've done the first couple, you can then you kind of get into the rhythm of knowing what you're going to ask and how you're going to approach and that kind of thing. But yeah, I find it very after the first two.
Yeah.
Sorry to those ladies, I was terrible. um, but it certainly flowed a lot easier after that.
Yeah, you kind of hope that the first 2 ladies aren't the ones that you're destined to be with, really.
That's it. Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, it's so nice. I mean, we do put prompts on the tables, but I think people even forget about them
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well, I was lucky because I was picked table 13, so I got a free bag of sweets.
That is true. Oh yeah, no, my DJ ate those last time. So I said to the gentleman, "Do you want me to look after these till the end?" He went, "Yeah, please." And then I come back and Andy's got them open on the table. I was like, "What are you doing?" So you were lucky yours survived. But yeah, well, I mean, what I always say to people is it takes 2 dates for you to like relax and settle down, and that sounds like that is
Yeah.
true, really.
Yeah, it was. It was after the first couple, you kind of then have in your mind what you want to ask, what you want to find out from the person opposite you.
Yeah.
Um, sometimes the person when you sit down there quite experienced and they hit you hard with questions and it puts you off your rhythm and you're like, oh, okay, hang on, give me 2 minutes. Let me. But apart from that, it was very easy after the first couple.
Yeah, I suppose there's differing levels of confidence in people as well,
Yeah,
and more social, less social,
yeah,
like you say, more experienced people may have been before.
Yeah,
So yeah, people are very different to each other, aren't they? It must be very
yeah,
like
very much.
I haven't been speed dating for years, but it must be really interesting going from one person to a different person to like and finding out all these like things.
And also, it makes you realize that you should never judge a book by its cover, because what you think one person is going to be like can be completely opposite to what they are.
Oh, that is interesting. I agree. I always say that. When we first did this, it was the only time it's ever happened. I had a couple of ladies come in and just walk straight back out again, look around the room and walk out. And I thought, no, I can see why you're single. Like, it's so
Yeah,
judgmental.
I mean, obviously, because you know the way I look, I get judged a lot. Um, but it's one of them, and doing this, you don't get judged straight away.
No,
Obviously, people have an idea in their head of what you're going to be like, but
sure.
then you have the chance to show them what you're really like, rather than
Yeah.
the person that you look like, which is it's just a good way of doing
By the way, guys, he's handsome. He means he's a bit
it.
alternative. He's handsome though. So
Alternative, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
that's what you mean. Because they can't see you.
Yeah,
So talk about matches. Like, did you get any matches? How did that
yeah.
all
I got
go?
a match on the first one.
Lovely.
A lady I matched with. She was very nice. We got on very well on the night. We actually spoke for a little bit after, but when the event finished,
Yeah.
and she actually whispered in my ear, "I hope you've picked me because I picked you."
Oh, that's sweet.
Um, we did text a few times after that, but nothing came of it. I think we realised after texting we were slightly not quite right, a little different than, because obviously when you're doing the speed dating, you have that snapshot.
Yeah.
Then when you start to chat, you realise that you're slightly different. But no, nothing bad. We were both still happy to chat to each other, but it was just not the match of made in heaven type of thing.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
but
fair.
she's a lovely lady. But it was just, we realised we were on sort of different communication sort of levels and things like that. Once we chatted for a bit on text,
I think you can only find so much out in 4 minutes, can't you?
you can, yeah.
Yeah. I always
Um,
say 4 minutes is just to see if you fancy someone and there's enough for
that's
you to
right.
want to go on a date.
Because it's like I always think of this, because everyone says it's about personality, and that's true. But you
Yeah.
have to have some kind of attraction to that person in the first place, anyway, for anything
100%.
to want to work.
Agree.
So you can look at someone and think, yeah, they're a nice person to talk to, but I'm not attracted, and you're not going to match with that person.
Yeah.
Or you might think, oh, they're okay, and then when you talk to them, no, actually, I really like you because you're on my wavelength, and then
Yeah.
so that's when you first sit down at the table, you make a snapshot. Am I attracted to this person?
Hmm.
And then you know already, okay, that's half a match done. You're
Yes.
halfway. And
I
then that
like
four
that.
minutes gives you the chance to see whether or not there's something that you want to pursue.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very fair assessment. Very level-headed way of approaching all of this. However, let's move on to the next event.
Okay.
I'm really excited to share this story with everyone. So tell us what your next event was.
On Friday, I went to the Singles Karaoke.
Yeah,
Um, I've got to admit, this one was even more out of my comfort zone, because I know I was walking into a room with a lot of people.
yes,
And socially, even when I go out with my friends who I've known for years, I don't like doing it.
yeah,
I don't go out with my friends very often. We go out once every 6 weeks because I won't go. And we've even found ways now of getting around it. So we'll go out for a meal rather than go out to a pub,
okay.
because I can't cope. So walking into there, it was like, oh. But then one of the chaps from the speed dating, you met me, and then the chap from the speed dating was there,
Oh,
and I
nice.
sat down with him, and that made me sort of go, okay,
I know
okay,
someone, I'm safe.
I
Yeah.
know someone, I can breathe. And then when I looked across the room, I saw someone I hadn't seen for over 30 years I went to school with.
No way.
Yeah, and I went, and I
That's
saw her, and I
mad.
thought, oh my God, I walked over, and she went, I said my name, she says, well, you're different to when I last saw you, but oh my God. And we were like, because
I love
obviously
that.
when you're at school, you don't, because obviously I have a alternative look now.
Yeah.
I didn't have that when I was at school.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, wow.
um,
Okay. That's
so
interesting. That
that's
happens
that
quite a
again.
bit.
Then I walked over and we chatted. We did the game, the bingo game, and we did all cheat on that. We have to admit, on that table.
Yeah. Shocking.
We we put our cards in a pile and passed them around. We cheated.
That is naughty. Don't be
We
giving
we
people
did cheat on
ideas.
that because we were all chatting too much, and we realised we hadn't done it, and everyone else had done
Yeah.
it.
That's all you need, though. You
Um,
need to chat. That's the
yeah,
purpose of it.
and that
I'm
was the
not
purpose
gonna.
of it. But we were chatting on the table, and then we looked
Yeah.
down and said, shit, none of us have done this yet. And so we said, we put them all in a pile with our name at the top and then passed them around the table and filled them in. So,
That's
it
fine.
looked a bit odd that the blokes had blokes' names and the women had women's names, but so that if you've got all them, that was us cheating.
Naughty. I do have
We are
them. I need
naughty.
to draw a winner because we did the fight against bingo. So if anyone's listening that doesn't know what that is, so when you come into the room, you're given a bingo card and it's got things like find somebody who has a dog, find someone who's got the same eye color as you, just to give you an excuse to chat. And then you fill that in and put it in the box with people's names on. Now, it sounds like it did its purpose. You were all chatting anyway, so it doesn't matter
Yeah,
to me how you go about it as long as you feel comfortable. But
yeah,
you are
yeah.
naughty for the record,
We,
but
we,
I
we are.
already knew
I'm
that.
just grassing us all up. I'm grassing us all up.
You're funny. Right, come on
And
then. When did you meet
then
this
I
lovely
was sat at the
lady?
I was sat at the table, and she walked in with her friend,
Mhm.
and I thought, okay, I want to go and chat to you, but it took me a few minutes because I was still talking to my school friend, and then I just went over, and I had a space left on my bingo card,
I
and I
love
used that as
that.
an excuse to break the ice, and she hadn't done any of it because she was, and we just started talking and chatting, and we found out that yeah, we actually really got on really well. So I left her with a friend, went back to the table, and then as the night progressed, we got on exceptionally well. We went and had pizza together and
Oh,
sat outside and a drink, and um, we exchanged phone numbers, and yeah, we had a nice kiss outside and
a
stuff like that, and it
cheeky
was
snog.
a cheeky snog outside, yeah, and it went exceptionally well.
Oh, I love
So
this
much
for
so that
you.
when we got back, we actually texted each other before we went to sleep that night.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cute.
Um,
Okay, and since then, how's it gone since the karaoke?
we met each other the following morning for a
Oh,
breakfast meeting, sort of thing. So, in our local town,
oh, do you
and
live quite
then
close to each other as well?
yeah, we were
Nice.
only about 5 minutes drive from each other, five,
Oh,
10 minutes drive, not
perfect.
far.
That is the good thing about speed dating
Yeah,
Shropshire, isn't it?
yeah.
Hopefully there are some
It's
local people.
yeah. I mean, it was literally when we found out where we lived. I mean, I'm literally you just go down the road and we're in the local town, and she's the other side of the local town. So
Ah,
just
that's lovely.
and then yesterday morning we met again, and then we spent the whole afternoon together and we went for a meal
Oh,
yesterday
wow.
afternoon, and it's going exceptionally well
Oh, I love it. I've got
to the state
goosebumps.
where neither of us do Facebook, but if we did, we have said the relationship status would change
Oh,
to in a relationship.
I love this.
And that's what we were talking about last night. Because when we separated from our afternoon meet, we basically text and voice noted and that pretty much all night. So,
Oh my
and
God.
it's yeah. So on my second event, and it's her second event because she went to the Valentine's one,
Oh, okay.
and so it's both our second events, and we've both met,
Oh,
and it's yeah, it's a big cheesy smile on my face right now.
oh,
Um, and we texted this morning and all that sort of stuff, and so
life
we're
can
meeting up
change in a
again.
heartbeat, right?
Yeah, literally, because when I first started talking, I mean, again, using my terms, I thought, yep, she's fit, right? And then I thought, so I'll chat. It could have turned out that she was totally not what I thought, but luckily for me, we are on completely the same wavelengths. We went to, like I said, have our meal yesterday, and we just couldn't stop talking. Walk around Telford holding hands,
Oh,
and yeah, it's yeah, absolutely brilliant. And it's all thanks to I actually the thing was well, we both said we nearly both backed out the event.
no, wow.
Yeah,
Why? Was it fear?
because I got to the point of fear of I was, pardon the expression, crapping myself doing it.
There.
And because of the big social thing, I was really and my friend, he said, mate, just do it. He said, you at the end of the day, you haven't got to worry about like when you go out to pubs and that. It's the environment that's safe for you. Just and he convinced me to go. And she said to me the same. She nearly backed out, and someone convinced her to just say, "Oh, so I didn't go." So
Yeah.
both of us nearly didn't end up going. And then we were so lucky that we both glad that we said, "Do you know what?" And we're both glad that we were talked into it,
Yeah.
um, else we would never have met. So
Exactly. And I do wonder, we had quite a lot of people no show for this one, over 20. And I wonder how many people have missed out on their soulmate because they couldn't get through the
yeah,
door.
one
And
of
I'm
my
not judging.
the friend that I went to the met at the speed dating, he was
Yeah.
supposed to be going, and I
Oh,
have to give him a lift, and he couldn't go.
yeah. And I'm not
Um,
judging. I understand that it's,
yeah,
for a lot of people,
sometimes
it's
life
big.
gets in the way.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
okay if you didn't get through the door. But look what happens when you do.
yeah. I mean, it's worked out absolutely amazingly. So yeah, we are. So unfortunately, unless you need a volunteer, you potentially won't see us at another event again. Um,
Oh, well, you know what? I'm okay with that because that is the goal. And I
yeah,
always say I can hear the ink drying on the divorce papers for other people as we speak.
yeah,
I'm
but yeah,
only
no,
teasing.
we both are very grateful
Oh,
to you and the crew because the night was absolutely fantastic. Apart from meeting her, the night was brilliant. It was a really, really good fun night.
oh, it's so
Uh,
good.
and
And
like
you,
as I
you had
say
to
to
sing as
everyone,
well, didn't you? You had a little sing.
oh God, yeah, no, I wouldn't call it a sing, but a
I
little
would
shout.
that. It was a Backstreet Boy, wasn't it?
It was Backstreet
Very
Boys, yeah.
good. Backstreet Boys. Yeah,
Um,
it was a good sing.
but my point to everyone out there is, if you're considering it, do it. It is a safe environment. Even when you're going back to your car, there is security there. Everything's there. It's not the normal pub people approach you for things that you might not be interested in and don't need to say anything more on that. It's a safe environment where you're all like-minded, that you're all going for the same thing. You want to meet someone, not for one thing in mind, not for one night stands, not for all that. So it's about meeting someone in an
Yeah.
environment where you're all there, the same kind of people.
Yeah. We
You're
set the
all
tone, don't we?
after
When you
that,
walk through
yeah.
that door, the tone
And
is
that's
set.
what Yeah, and that's what it should be. You should be feel safe in an environment where you want to meet people, and that's what it does. So, anyone who's umming and ahhing, just rip the plaster off and go
Oh,
for it. It's worth it.
that's really good
It's worth it.
advice because it is hard for people to get through the door sometimes.
I think a lot of the time, because a lot of the ladies go um, with a friend, it's a lot. It's very difficult for a man to admit that he is lonely and
Yeah.
he wants someone.
Mm,
Um, it's like anything, like for example, like men's mental health. Men don't speak out. We we
yeah.
we're big tough men. So for blokes out there, trust me, if you saw me and you knew who I was, you wouldn't think that I am the way I am as a social person. And
Yeah.
I am, and I understand. But just honestly, if you want an environment where you got a chance to meet someone, have a great night out in an environment where you haven't got to worry about people judging or anything, do it. Do it.
It's great
You
advice, and that
know,
will help somebody out
mhm.
to get
If you
off
don't
their
meet someone the
sofa.
first time, you might meet someone the second time. And trust me, second time it does work.
And you say about the ladies coming along with friends, actually, they met in the community, the majority of them. So they
Yeah,
only know, they've got a
it's
big girls' chat now going on.
yeah,
I get this a lot. People say this a lot. And I'm like, do you realize they met at the events, most of them?
mm,
Like, there's probably a handful that came with someone, but these
yeah.
girls, they met each other through the events. They're now
So,
friends. And
yeah,
people come and go and they get in relationships and some come back, some
mhm,
are gone forever. Um,
yeah,
so, and that is the beautiful thing is that even if you're sitting at your home thinking, I just want friends, I'm not ready
yeah,
for a relationship, but as long as you're single, then, there is
yeah. Go
definitely
along.
a home in Speed Dating Shropshire for
It
you.
is. It is. It's definitely worth doing. Just like I said, even if you're not I'm not sure about speed dating, go to one of these events where you can
Yeah,
meet a social group of people
yeah.
and then move on from there.
Yeah, because
It
we do
honestly,
quizzes, don't we, as well? So we have
yeah,
low key kind of, although it is a lot of fun. Um, quizzes,
yeah,
traitors for daters, comedy night. We have lots of different things. So if you're not a disco or a karaoke person, maybe you're a quiz person. If maybe you're a
yeah.
speed date.
It is
So
worth
for
it. You just
everyone.
meet a lot of like-minded people who are in the same situation as you. You might meet a friend for life, and you might not go in there thinking I don't want a relationship, but then you might meet that relationship because you're not know you're looking for it.
Yeah.
It's just a worthwhile to put yourself out there, meet some nice people, have a nice, safe environment event, and enjoy going out.
And maybe fall in love, hey?
And maybe fall in love, maybe find someone who yeah, yeah, you can start a
Oh, you
relationship with and
keep
whatever.
in touch, all right, and let us know
I
how
certainly will.
things develop because I've got good feelings about this for you. And I appreciate
As
you coming onto the podcast to share your experience. It will help other people.
You're welcome.
particularly around mental health. So thank you for sharing that. I know that's, it can be quite personal when you have,
Yeah,
any kind of mental health.
yeah, it is. It
So
is. And it does
um,
help. It does help
thank
for
you.
that too.
Well, let
Okay,
us know how you get on, my lovely.
I will.